afternoon all. My name is Sarish and I am currently working in Arena Animation Cohorting Live as a graphic designing faculty. Today I am going to show you about graphic designing. First I am treating you as my student. So here is graphic designing. In graphic designing here is two words. First is graphic and second is designing. Graphic is what you visualize. It can be anything like a carpet, marbles and shirt, t-shirt, anything. The art of skill of combining text and pictures in advertisements, magazine, brochures, etc. It's called graphic design. Graphic starts from your home, like your bed sheets, walls, your products which you are using, your mobiles, mobile icons, etc. T-shirt designing, your car, bike tattoos, posters which used in TV shows and hoardings and all. Now here is two types of graphics. First is raster and second is vector. Raster is a pixel based image and vector is a path and mathematical lines which you can scale and zoom in any area. It will not pixelate. Here's four softwares in graphic designing. First is Illustrator, Photoshop, CorelDRAW and InDesign. Illustrator will be your first software and these are the uses of Illustrator. You can make logo designing, cartooning, advertisements, website icons, background designing, greeting card design, product design, t-shirt design, etc. These all are based on vector. You can make it easily in Illustrator and here is some examples which you can do in Illustrator like small illustrations, wall painting, cartoon characters, logos you can make. These all are copied logos and you can make your own logo also. Comic strip. It's all about Illustrator which you can make easily. T-shirt designing. These all are some examples which you can make in Illustrator and second will be your Photoshop software. These are the uses of Photoshop: retouching, color correction, image manipulation, image editing, web template designs you can make, magazine covers you can make, poster design, advertisements, black and white to color image, greeting card designing, marriage albums design, filter effects, matte painting. And here is some examples related to Photoshop which you can done in Photoshop: retouching, effects creation, black and white to color image, greeting card designing. You can design greeting cards in Illustrator also. Image manipulations. For manipulation you have to shoot first. After that you can manipulate and composite the images. Magazine covers you can make. Web templates. Only templates. Movie posters. Effects creation. These all examples are related to Photoshop which you can done in Photoshop. And third will be your CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW is also a vector based software in which you can make all these designs: logo design, banners, flyers, brochures, all campaign design you can make in CorelDRAW. These are some examples. Yes,
just
sir?
hold. Sorry. You have shown the example of CorelDRAW, you have shown the example of Illustrator
Yes.
and examples of Photoshop also.
To understand the students.
Most of the things are same on all these things. Suppose if I use a magazine design or brochure design,
Yes.
so I can design brochure in all three software.
Yes, you can design all.
So what is your priority in terms of student? What you motivate students कि किसमें करना चाहिए?
Magazine cover should make in Photoshop, sir.
Why?
Because of photo shoot, first you have to click a photo and you can easily make in Photoshop. And you can correct your image in Photoshop. You can retouch image in Photoshop easily.
Suppose my magazine does not have any real-time image, then?
Okay. Then also you can make in Photoshop. InDesign also.
And Illustrator also?
Not in Illustrator, sir.
Why?
Because it's a vector-based software, and first we don't have any other tool to retouch the image.
No, why we cannot design any brochure or magazine in Illustrator?
No, we can design a brochure in Illustrator, sir. There is more tools in Illustrator of text.
Or magazine cover?
Uh,
Why you cannot design any magazine cover in Illustrator?
Actually, I'm not designing cover in Illustrator, so I'm not confident about this.
And what about Corel Draw?
Corel Draw, yes, I have done in Corel.
What is your core strength in all these four softwares?
Photoshop, sir.
Why Photoshop? Why not Illustrator and Corel Draw?
Because it's my favorite software, and I do always new things in Photoshop.
That means when you start teaching the student, you motivate students to do more Photoshop, no Corel Draw,
No, sir.
Illustrator.
All the course, graphic design, whole course of graphic design.
But you are not unable to convince me as a student which software should I use according to your presentation.
Which software you should use? It's depend on your requirement.
So what is the requirement of a magazine cover design? If I have all the tools, what should be my priority? As a professional,
I will suggest to you.
as a professional, you should guide me, ना?
Yes,
कि
yes.
आपको यहाँ बनाना चाहिए, यहाँ नहीं
Yes,
बनाना
yes. I will suggest to you for Photoshop, because most of the tools will cover up in Photoshop. You can retouch your image, you can cut out your image, you can do anything with your image.
That's
You
why
can do color correction.
That's why I would like to ask, why should I prefer Photoshop if there is no real image? I have to design anything from.
If you
graphics.
don't have real image, but you have to correct your image with color balance and retouching also.
So why cannot I do this in Illustrator or Corel?
Because there is no tool in Illustrator.
कलर तो मैं वहाँ भी चेंज कर सकता हूँ ना.
Color you can change, but you can't retouch.
मैगजीन कवर में डिजाइन कर रहा हूँ अगर स्क्रैच से, so why should I retouch it? रिटचिंग की जरूरत कहाँ पर है? वहीं तो है जहाँ इमेज होगी.
Yes.
जब इमेज ही नहीं होगी तो रिटचिंग की क्या जरूरत?
You don't have any image and you want to design in Illustrator.
हाँ, स्क्रैच से बना रहा हूँ मैं कलर्स टेक्स्ट.
Yes, you can design. But
That's
if you
right.
require an image, you have to use Photoshop.
Do you know Alpha Channel?
Yes, sir.
What is Alpha Channel? Can you explain?
I can't explain it, but I know practically. Alpha channel is used to cut out the hairs
No.
and for mask.
I am not asking about the application of Alpha Channel. What is Alpha Channel? How you can explain Alpha Channel?
I can't explain it.
Don't you think it is required to do lot of theory experience or lot of theory knowledge also to explain the contents?
Yes, sir, yes.
In terms of practical also, you have to be very good at the theory part also.
Yes.
Since how long you are working?
From 6 years.
6 years. You don't think कि आपको थोड़ा पढ़ना भी चाहिए? Yeah, I know कि आप अपने
I
सॉफ्टवेयर
always
अच्छे से
do
जानते
practical. That's why I.
हैं. एरिना में आप पढ़ा रही हैं, तो आपको नहीं लगता कि क्लास में कभी थ्योरी भी एक्सप्लेन करनी पड़ेगी?
करनी पड़ती है सर.
पड़ती है, फिर भी आप नहीं कर पा रही हैं, ऐसा क्यों?
Yes, Sarish. Do you
Yes.
know how to deal with InDesign?
Yes, sir.
So why you are not telling or suggesting him that for magazine cover and for magazines, InDesign
magazines
is the
we can use
most
InDesign
compatible
also.
software.
Yes, yes.
So you are compatible with InDesign.
Yes.
Okay, tell me something about layers in Photoshop.
In Photoshop, we always use layers in Photoshop to merge our image, and for different images we always use layers to control our image, and you can move it easily if you work in layers.
And what about smart object?
Smart object basically used for pixel control.
What is the main advantage of making a smart object in Photoshop? Have you ever researched?
Yes, sir, I can do practically.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.